Good morning, class. I am Kyla Mendoza, and this morning we're going to tackle about ethnography study. Ethnography comes from a Greek word ethos, which means a group of people, and grapho, which means to write. So ethnography means writing about a group of people. According to Jack Holyfield 2020, ethnography is a type of a qualitative research that involves immersing yourself in a particular community or organization to observe their behavior and interactions up close. So ethnographers or the researchers don't just ask people and distribute questionnaires. Instead, they immerse themselves and participate in the activities of that certain group for a period of months or even years, so that they will be able to fully understand their behavior, attitude, and values in the context of that culture. Ethnography can be conducted in different places such as businesses, sports clubs, street gangs, public sectors like schools, hospitals, doctors, and etc. Singleton and Straits 2011 identified the following stages for conducting ethnography study. 1. Problem formulation. This is where you decide what your study is about. Example, how do students interact during recess? 2. Selecting a research setting. After the problem formulation, you will then choose where to conduct your research. Example, a classroom, a marketplace, or a youth group. 3. Gaining access. You figure out how to enter the group or the community. Sometimes, you need formal permission from a principal, a leader, and etc. Or you may join first as a volunteer so people feel comfortable with you. Example, if you want to study a school club, you might ask a teacher to introduce you or help out first before observing. 4. Presenting oneself. You decide how to introduce yourself to the group, either an open researcher or a covered researcher. You also get to choose your role, either to watch them quietly or join in their activities. Example, if you tell the students you're observing a classroom behavior, you must also figure out how to blend in without making them uncomfortable. 5th, gathering and recording information. This is the data collection stage. You may use video recorder, audio recorder, or take down notes. Example, while observing a classroom, you might note at 10:15 a.m. students formed group of 4. One student dominated the discussion while others listened quietly. 6. Forgotten episodes. These are the things you observed before but forgot to write down at the time. Later, while you're still in the field, you suddenly remember them and record them. Example, yesterday you saw 2 students whispering during class. 7. Ideas and notes. For further informational use, these are quick spur of the moment thoughts or plans you write to yourself. They might be about analyzing patterns, things you want to check later, or people you want to observe more closely. Example, student A always sits at the back, check if this happens every class, or ask teacher why the group setting was arranged this way. 8. Personal impressions and feelings. These are your own emotions or reactions while observing. They help you recognize your biases because sometimes your feelings can influence how you interpret the data. 9. Methodological notes. These are the notes about the researcher's process itself. What worked, what didn't, and what needs adjusting. Example, hard to hear conversation in the noisy cafeteria. Maybe bring a small recorder next time. Or my presence made students a bit shy at first. I need to spend more time blending in.
Good day everyone, I am Grace Delgar, and today I am going to continue the discussion about ethnography study. So the focal determination of ethnography is to obtain comprehensive, contextualized recognition of people's behavior, beliefs, and social practices. It aims to discover the why behind human actions by investigating the cultural models and social underlying forces that shape these actions. Ethnography allows scholars to capture the difficulty of human behavior in real-world settings, preparing insights that are frequently missed by more controlled research methods. So we have 5 types of ethnographic research, namely we have realist ethnography. So this type of ethnography aims to present an unbiased description of a culture or population. The next we have the critical ethnography. So this style involves the researcher taking an active role in critiquing and challenging the societal structures and power dynamics observed in the field. Then third, we have the autoethnography. Here, the researcher practices their own meetings as the central data source, contemplating personal association and how it concerns the general cultural context. Fourth, we have the digital ethnography. This type of ethnography significantly studies digital interactions and online communities. Then lastly, we have the focused ethnography. So focused ethnography is particularly used for specific short-term research projects. And now let's move on to the examples. I know the examples in the slides are not clear, but rest assured that you can still see that because I will paste it in the reference. So first, we have the realist ethnography. So this is a research approach where the ethnographers strive to provide an objective, unbiased, and accurate account of a culture or a group by observing and describing their behaviors and beliefs from a detached third-person perspective. So this method aims to document socio-cultural structures and processes and existing independently of the researcher, presenting an outsider's rather than an insider's perspective of a studied phenomenon. So we have here an example article. So the article argues that ethnographic research involves inherent dilemmas occurring before, during, and after fieldwork, which are often overlooked. It emphasizes that these dilemmas are shaped by non-observable social structures such as institutional pressure and researcher biography, which is influence both the research process and its outcomes. Then next, we have the critical ethnography. So like what I said earlier, this is a qualitative research approach that combines traditional ethnographic methods like a critical theory perspective to analyze power structures, social inequalities, and their impact on individuals and communities. It aims not only to understand cultures and social phenomena, but also to challenge dominant narratives, promote social change, and empower marginalized groups. So in the given article, it emphasizes the importance of critical ethnography in health promotion research. It explains how this approach incorporates techniques like critical discourse analysis to address complex factors like inequality and cultural norms that traditional methods often overlook. Then next, we have the autoethnography. So this is a qualitative research method where researchers use their personal experiences to understand broader cultural, social, or political phenomena. It involves a systematic and reflective analysis of one's own experiences to gain insights into a particular subject, often linking the personal to the cultural. So in the given example or article, it introduces autoethnography as an innovative method for studying human resource management, particularly in exploring personal aspects like the psychological contract of the employee and engagement. Autoethnography combines the researcher's personal experience with a participant's perspectives, offering a deeper, more nuanced insight than traditional ethnography. Then fourth, we have the digital ethnography. So this is a research method that uses online technologies to study human behavior and culture in digital spaces. It's essentially ethnography adapted for the online world, involving observation, interaction, and analysis of digital environments and communities. So in the given example article, it examines how pre-service teachers in the Philippines engage with social media, particularly Facebook, to support authentic learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. Using digital ethnographic design and thematic analysis grounded in constructivism and social media engagement theory, this study found that social media enhanced students' cognitive, behavioral, and emotional engagement despite challenges like identifying unofficial information. And lastly, we have focused ethnography. So it is an applied qualitative method that examines a specific problem within a distinct cultural or subcultural group, often with a limited time frame and a clear research question. It uses intensive data collection methods like video and audio recording and is distinguished from traditional ethnography by its shorter duration and practical, problem-oriented results. Focused ethnography is especially useful in applied fields such as health to understand complex social phenomena in real-world settings and to generate solutions for specific issues. And in the given example or article, the article introduces responsive focused ethnography, a methodological approach that blends elements of conventional and focused ethnography to address sociological questions with anthropological insights. This approach aims to move beyond traditional socio-cultural dichotomies, offering a flexible and explanatory framework for understanding complex institutional arrangement. Ethnography offers a powerful means to understand human behavior within its cultural and social context, capturing insights often missed by controlled research methods. Through its diverse forms such as realist, critical, autoethnography, digital ethnography, and focused ethnography, it provides flexible approaches to studying both traditional and modern sociocultural phenomena. Ultimately, ethnography not only deepens our comprehension to complex human experiences, but also fosters critical reflection and potential social change. And with that being discussed, I have here two questions. So first, since ethnography requires long immersion and close interaction, what challenges might researchers face in maintaining objectivity while forming personal relationships with participants? Second, in today's digital age, do you think online communities, for example, social media groups, gaming platforms, can be studied effectively through ethnography? Why or why not? And that would be all. Thank you for listening to our discussion.